Mitch McLean. Another Caleb Ellis straight into the ruck against Jonathan O'Brien. On 88.9 Win FM to get us underway, you're with Andrew Wilson.
Umpire throws the ball up in the air. Big fly there by O'Brien. Won it down. Cats get the quick handball forward. Taylor, that's Kim Taylor, wraps up his opponent, and we'll get our ball up just forward to centre. With Albion kicking down to the school end of the old Mark Ruck end here at Town Centre Oval. O'Brien flies high again. Undersized ruckman, but geez, he's got a leap on him. Cats just link by handball there. Ends out there with Wakeman. Goes the first inside 50. The ball spilling towards Finko. He can't gain possession. O'Keefe there trying to use his body. Players come in from everywhere. Both sides. Finko's in there. And the umpire coming ball up just inside 50.
Interesting, Batuno has started forward for the Cats. Looks like James Taylor, geez, he's got a bad limp there, Kate. Just keep an eye on him, mate. So
Alice wins it this time for Caroline Springs. Ball's with Thompson. Just a quick kick out of the pack and it's going to come off. Oh no, the mark was dropped there by Taylor. There was no one around. He dropped the simplest of chest marks. And we'll get a ball up.
And that's well spotted by you, Smackers.
So thrown up again. Inside 50 for Albion. Quick handball into space to the top of the goal. So a dangerous ball. But out of defence comes Tudor. It's a good kick. That's out wide there. Mark's taken there by Caroline Springs player. Goes back, looked inboard. Chose not to go to Gabriel. Goes long down the line. Bouncing ball there in front of Mellington. Gets it on the bounce. Left foot. Hard up against the boundary line. It's a good looking kick. It's a beauty. Great start. Caroline Springs. One inside 50, one goal. And they're away. They lead by that one kick, one straight. Play 0. Nearly 2 minutes gone, first quarter.
Yeah, just a quick switch of play. Young Daniel Ingram with the quick hands to Tudor, and he spotted Mitch Von Giovanni out in that outer side, and that's ominous signs for the matchup there. Serafini, that was just too easy. Mullington got around him easy, and class player like that, 45 out on his left, drilled an important goal.
As you mentioned, Smackers, James Taylor has hobbled off, looks in a bad way, and Nicholas Miller has replaced him. So we'll see what the physios can do, but he mightn't come back on.
Right, so we're back in the middle. McLean and O'Brien. O'Brien wins it down to the foot of the pack. James Thompson comes off the wing, gives the hand pass over the top to Wilson. Kick was partially smothered. Falls in the hands of Sloman at half forward. He's dispossessed. A chance for Caterino to apply the pressure. Gives away the free kick. It'll be a Cats ball, still in the middle of the ground. Short pass coming in was Wilson. He marks at half forward. Mitch Wilson for the Cats. Caroline Springs with the opening goal. Delivers inside 50, flying from the back. Finko takes the mark at full forward. Came from a couple deep. He got the leap and claimed it really well with the two hands. And he marks in the right forward pocket. He'll be about 40 metres out. He'll have to allow for a bit of swing from right to left here. Makes the angle a little more acute, but he's an extremely talented player. Todd Finko on the left, guides at it, and just misses near side. A minor score to the Cats, so the margin is 5 points. One straight 6, Caroline Springs. Albion yet to score as the captain, Keenan O'Shea, marks at fullback. He goes short to Brodie Holland, and he's still inside the defensive 50.
So Holland looking for options. Forced to kick to centre wing in the Alice direction. It was a push. Free kick's going to go away of Albion. It's going to go to O'Brien. He's on centre wing right in front of the Caravan.
Full ground press now from Caroline Springs.
Ball goes sideways. Comes off. Wakeman called to play on. He's a little short ball in the middle. Doesn't hit the target. Ball in dispute there. Picked up by Bon Giovanni. Got it over to Holland. It's a quick kick. It's a good kick too. Over the Kokolaris direction. Got a player on inside 50. It's Mellington handball, but he dropped it. Mellington, bit of a fumble there. Now the Cats look to repel there through Seraphin. Kicks into space. Will it stay in? It does. It's chopped off there by Gill for Caroline Springs. Goes inside 50. Good defensive spoil there by Seraphin. Cats look to repel. Running out of the fence is O'Keefe. Kicks it into the middle of town centre oval. Looking there for Bettina. He's got the mark.
So Bettina, 4 to the centre circles, kicks in the Finco direction. He's caught behind Tudor. Tudor got the spoil, has to go get it again, but running through is Sloman. He picks it up, brought to ground. Tudor with a strong tackle. Caroline Springs, that's a huge hit at full forward. It spills out. The umpire waves play on. Sloman gives the hand pass, and a banana from the pocket is across the face and misses. So the Cats with a chance, going begging. 2 behinds to start. They trail Caroline Springs 1 straight 6. 5.5 gone opening term.
It's free-flowing, Albion. You can see what they're doing. They're playing on at all times. They're just rewarding that lead-up kicker.
Brodie Holland to do the kicking in.
No movement whatsoever.
He's going to send it down the line to right half-back. Hickman the target. Brought it to ground. Cats with the numbers. Hand pass comes out via Thompson, but it's been turned over. Bongiovanni at right half-back sends a raking kick up towards half-forward in the Mallington direction. Bounce favoured him. He was put to ground. Umpire let it go. A chance there for Seraphin in defence, and he held on to Mallington. No, Mallington held on to him, as the umpire's call.
There was an umpire 5 metres away from that, and the officiating umpire in the middle of the grounds paid that free kick.
Yeah, it was the non-officiating one. They missed the free kick for the could have gone to Caroline Springs and got one the other way.
So Seraphin gives it off. The kick looking for Bettina was poor. A chance for Kuipers, who got in the way, but he was brought down in the tackle, so it'll be balled up at centre half forward for Caroline Springs. 1 straight to 2 behinds.
So 6.5 played opening quarter. So we wait for the umpire to work out who's rucking. Throws it up. O'Brien belts it into space. Free kick, holding the man. Free kick's going to go away of the Cats there. Polikapu, Scott's got it. Low, dangerous ball, didn't come off. Tried to bite off too much. Bongiovanni grabbed it. Got a handball away, but the kick was smothered. Caroline Springs look to go forward now. Goes on to Kyriasis. The Western Jetstar goes bang, and he's got his first goal in senior football. Well done there, Steve Kyriatis. And Smacker's told us about him. And Kate spoke to his old man before the match. It must be a very proud moment. And the Lakers lead there by 10 points, 2 straight to Albion, 2 behinds.
The old man's got a big grin on his face too. He just turns around and has a look at you, Smackers. He's got a grin like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah, I think he was just worried that young Steve wouldn't get a kick today. Well, he's got one, and geez, he finished off really well. Just the ball use out of Albion out of their back line, then 2 costly turnovers.
They're real trying too much with the kicks, aren't they?
Yep.
Good start by the Lakers. Chance for De Gabriel in the middle. He wins the clearance. Got away from a couple of Cats. Slings a wide handball for Gill, who's in space on the wing. Knocked over as he kicks. Kicks inside the 50. Well done there by Hislop. Dropped the mark. Rove the pack. Gave it over the top. It's going to be another Manolis. Yes! It's a hot start for Caroline Springs. They've got the first 3. 8 minutes gone. They're up by 16 points. 3 straight 18. The Cats 2 behinds.
Yeah, that was just through their on-ballers getting first use out of the middle, and the young wingman in Brian Gill, 18-year-old, just holding his spot out in this wing, and they just created the overlap then, and Manolis, that's what they've lacked, a small forward that can finish off, and they've got another one on now.
Yeah, Richard Bamuruki Barber coming on for his Caroline Springs debut, crossed from North Sunshine, a star in the interleague game. It'll be interesting to see how he goes for the Lakers in Division 1.
So umpire restarts play, throws it up. Alice wins it down. Running in space, bench trying to run on it for the Cats. Paddle towards the outer side, but stolen there by the Lakers. Now Tudor handballs back defensively. It's a quick kick of a Caterino. It's hit the target though. His kick was a good one. Finds his teammate there on the wing. It's a long, high ball inside 50. Big fly at the back. Mellington got hands to it. Ball spills the back to Manolis. Can he kick 2 in a minute? He can! 2 for Troy Manolis, 4 for Caroline Springs, and they lead by 22 points at the 9.5 minute mark. 4 straight plays, 2 behinds.
They're just winning it across the midfield there, Willow. Just a couple of 50-50s, and just that long bomb, you can see what they're doing. Mellington nearly took the ripper, but that's what those small forwards have got to do. They've got to be front and centre, which they were then, and leading onto it, and they look dangerous here.
Shades of round one again. The Cats need to stop the rot in the middle. O'Brien couldn't win the clearance there for the Cats, and then a strong tackle is laid on Miller. It'll be a secondary bounce. Umpire wastes no time. McLean rises high, shared it with O'Brien. O'Keefe wins the clearance. Hooks kick back towards half forward. Chance for Bettina, couldn't bring it down. Bench roves the pack, unable to take it cleanly, but he's got the pace to get away. Hand passes back to Andrew. He's in trouble. Mown down by Caterino. He got the hand pass free instead. And now that one's wide of the intended target and spills out of bounds at left half forward. It'll be a boundary throw in. 65 metres out from the Cats' goal, who need a steadying goal, certainly. Down by 22. 10.5 gone in the opening term.
So the throw in, 70 out from the Cats' goal. Rucks, well, pretty much nil-all draw there. The Rucks ball on the deck, a lot of players around it. De Gabriel there went to fend off, got away with it. There's a quick kick there by Gill. He was tackled, Savage went back, got a hand to it. Did well there. Polycarpu now picks it up for Albion, got a handball away, got it there to Miller. He's wrapped up in the tackle immediately. We'll get a ball up on centre wing, just in front of the van here. Town Centre Oval. 4 straight Caroline Springs, Albion 2 behinds, 11 played. Opening quarter. O'Brien uncontested, paddles it down with the left hand. These teammates wrapped up immediately. We'll get another ball up.
Just dropped the loose behind the play now in Waitman, Albion.
There's basketball there. They just pinned each other there, the ruckman, and fell straight to the ground.
So up the other end now, James Ryan is loose for Caroline Springs.
So again, they throw it up. Alice wins it. Quick snap out of the pack play. Caroline Spring gets the ball to half forward. Savage was dispossessed, but now he receives the handball. Centering ball is a good one. Finds Mark Polycarpu.
Polycarpu from left half back. It's a dangerous kick. He's turned it over straight to Waruki Barber. We got that one out all right, but he's turned it over. The Cats with a chance. Waruki Barber caught him high. Free kick in the middle of the ground to Mitch Wilson. He wastes no time, works it. It was almost a bump ball, but they were made it work. Cody Bench kicks out in the direction of Sloman to his advantage, 50 metres out, turns on a dime, squares it up, good kick. Hung in the air for a moment, but Bettina took the mark in space, and he can have the set shot from 40 metres out.
Yeah, just a costly turnover there from Waruki Barber. They were out, Caroline Springs, but they're all running forward to the ball, and just that smother has allowed Albion to have a shot on goal.
Jace Bettina.
You don't really miss, boys.
Has not missed a game either. We know what he can do at both ends of the ground. 40 metres out, it's a good looking kick. It's just across the face, the wind caught it. Sneaks in for a minor score. 3 behinds Albion. Caroline Springs 4 straight 24. As we tick past the 13-minute mark in this opening quarter.
Brody Holland's come off for a spell too, guys, and also the skipper O'Shea's off. So both the captain and coach having a breather for Caroline Springs.
So if he wants to talk to us now, okay?
I might go and tap his shoulder and see what he says.
So Caroline Springs do the kicking in. It's a high ball, and it gets fisted out of bounds. So we get a throw in left forward pocket for the Cats. So we're 75 round from the Albion goal. They trail by 21 points, 4 straight to 3 behinds. Umpire throws it back in. No one players can pick it up. Yeah, O'Brien was ruck, now he's rover, and he's the tackle, and we'll get another ball up. So it's a big fly there. Hickman did well there, jumped early. Now he gets the clearance, kicks it to the centre wing. It's a good mark taken there by Bon Giovanni. He moves it on quickly, goes towards the inside 50, bouncing ball. Kiriarts, it's beautifully, runs in and he misses. Jeez, he got the best bounce ever, just off broke straight to his hands, but he ran in and missed an easy goal. So 1-1 for the first game this afternoon.
Could have kept running there, Willow.
Yeah, he could have.
Just maybe a lack of talk around him.
Kick for the Cats out of defence. Going up was Kyriartsis again. He forces the turnover. It was really good. Bongiovanni, that's got to be a throw, and it is paid. It was tackled, it spilled out, and then he slapped it to his teammate. So it was a legal disposal. Free kick to Savage at left half back for Albion. Finko works into a bit of space, but that's closed down quickly by Gill. So still Savage now is going to have to go long down the line. He does. It's set well for Hickman, who flew from the back. He got hands to it, couldn't pull it in. Down to the foot of the pack for Tassari. Spills out to Kim Taylor for the Cats. He was brought to ground. A hooking kick goes about 20 metres. Chopped off by Caroline Springs. A kick inside the 50. Back with the flight was Bongiovanni.
Jesus, who's on him? He's been loose
very
all
busy.
quarter.
So he's going to back himself in, the former St Albans star. Kicks from a long way out. Sets it on its way, struck it well. Is it holding its line? It's a pretty good looking kick. It just went to the right of the post at the last moment. And the margin is 23 points. Caroline Springs 4-2, 26. Albion 3 behinds. Halfway through the opening term. The Cats again. Hickman's going to get a chance here, and he takes the mark. Too strong for Jonathan O'Brien. Just worked him out of the contest. Pokes it into space. Here's a chance. Good kick. Hits up Mellington. Was allowed to jump at it.
Hasn't got the glove on today, boys. He normally wears the glove, takes it off, goes through his routine.
Yep.
He's on the favoured side for a left footer in this pocket, Willow.
Should be able to guide this through with his assistance.
Left goal post.
Left goal post, Willow, yep. Rex Hickman, Josh Mellington for his second.
Oh,
that is glorious.
Oh, maybe
it's a goal.
That's a goal.
5 to start for Caroline Springs. Mellington with 2. And they're up by 29 points. There's a bit of a hush around the ground. Perhaps not the tight start we expected. 5-2 place 3 behinds, 17 gone.
Yeah, it is a bit of a hush around there. Everyone thought this game would be a bit close, but it'll be interesting to see Pep at half-time with this wind, whether it's 3, 4, 2-goal breeze. We'll soon find out, but at the moment, if Caroline Springs bang on another 2, I don't think it's a 7-goal breeze, Willow.
No, it's going to be interesting. So ball back in the middle. O'Brien jumped high. They get the clearance. So Keefe got their handball there to Taylor. Keefe kept running, beautifully done by the coach. Left foot low ball went in the Finko direction. It popped up to him, bounced on the bounce, got it to Bettina. There's a quick snap out of the pack and it goes out of bounds. And we're going to throw in 20 metres round from the left behind post. Albion kicking Albion's forward line, that is.
Tudor for Caroline Springs looks like he's got a knock to the arm too. He's coming off.
So thrown back in, thanks Cade. Ball goes end up there with bench. It's Cody. He's wrapped up in the tackle, holding the ball. Now advantage play. There's that kicking action that Smackers was telling us about. Kyriartsis almost took a good mark. Well, the big ruckman there.
I think Tudor just got a bit of a stinger, Cade. He was the one that smothered the Bettina kick a moment ago. In these cold conditions, that wouldn't have tickled.
Hickman with the kicking there. It was the...
He's getting the magic spray put on the arm as we speak.
Alice, it is.
Alice,
yeah, with the kicking action. So we're throwing now just in front of the caravan there. Holland used his body well, but he turned it over, handballed straight to Mark Polycarpou. In space now, gives Scott. He can't pick it up, his brother Polycarpou. O'Keefe kicks it off the ground. Is it on the full? It should be an Albion free kick, I reckon.
No, hold on.
It came off the Caroline Springs player.
Oh, they're all coming in. Willow?
I've got it. Free kick, O'Keefe.
They're like seagulls going to a chip, aren't they?
They are.
They might throw it in.
Yeah, they paid it. So O'Keefe kicked it into his opponent and he won the free kick. So O'Keefe, 75 from goal, wheels around on his right foot, then gets around. Bacchus now runs to the 50, kicks it to the top of the goal square. Finko flew early, so it was Muir, couldn't bring it down. Ball still in dispute. Now a quick hat kick by The Caroline Springs defence gets it out to centre wing though. Manolis did really well with a quick handball there to Holland. Running past, he's got a 1-on-1 inside 50. The ball's holding up Mellington. Can't get to the front of the contest. Now it's picked up by Savage for the Cats.
Hand pass got smothered,
Good
and then he's
tackle.
been pinged. It was well done by the youngster Kyriatsis. Gives the hand pass over to Mellington, who wheels onto the left boot from outside 50. And could have lowered his eyes a little, but he misses to the right, behind. It's an even 5 goals, 5-3 to 3 behinds. Close to time on in the opening term. It's been a fast start from Caroline Springs, and they look dangerous when they get it out into space, running forward.
Yeah, just that match-up down there, they might have to look at that at quarter time, the Cats on Mellington.
Savage marks in the left back pocket. Kicks a low ball, sits it on the head though. If his teammate of Thompson allowed the defenders to come and spoil it away. Kyriatsis has about 4 to beat against the boundary. Does well to paddle it inside 50. Mellington comes up to meet it. The Cats with numbers. Savage gets hold of it. He gets tackled over the shoulder, said the umpire. Free kick in defence. And there's a whistle from the non-officiating umpire. Not sure what's happening here. There's a bit of a fracas going on inside the forward 50. Looks like there's a 50-metre penalty being paid to the Cats. Savage will march it from the danger zone.
Yeah, the skipper bench was right in the thick of that.
So the umpires get that sorted out pretty quickly. And now Savage from the back edge of the centre square. They need something to happen at the moment, Albion. Just to stem the tide in the last 5 or 6 minutes. It's a poor kick. And chopping it off there is Hickman, who's been good in the air so far. He kicks it over the head of Hislop, who goes back with the flight and takes the mark against the boundary.
So Hislop right in front of the caravan here. Drives it long to half forward. Fly at the back. Like Caroline Springs player couldn't bring it to ground. Savage then get the ball, but his kick was bumped off it as he kicks, but didn't gain much meterage. Gill came in later, good tackle. Quick kick there, Miller for Albion, but it's going to come back as it's chopped off by the Lakers. There's a sweeping handball now. It ends up there with Hislop on his right foot. Kicks there into full forward. Mellington coming out, comes out, almost took the mark. Gathers, fends off, swings onto his left boot, bends it round the corner. Has he bent it enough? He hasn't. Bounces through for 1 behind for Josh Mellington. 2-2 this afternoon. Margin 31 points. It is 5-4-34. Caroline Springs Albion 3 behinds.
What a fend off, Smackers.
I was going to say,
Dusty-like.
if they keep this match-up up, he will have 15 shots on goal at the moment. What's he had? 4 already, 5 already.
Yeah. Kick out goes to Jonathan O'Brien, the ruckman. Not having the influence he would have liked. Kick missed the intended target, but it fell to Nick Miller, who I'm not sure he held that. I reckon he might have spilled it, but he disguised it well enough. Umpire blew his whistle. Kicks in the direction of Scott Polycarpou, but Hickman was there waiting for it over the back. Short ball puts his teammate under the pump in Adonis, but he takes the mark.
They've got numbers back now, Albion. He might have to go sideways.
Right in front of our commentary position. He sends a long ball down the wing. Cats with the numbers. O'Brien was there at the back. There's a whistle. It's a free kick to Albion. It's going the way of Kuipers. The big man drills a ball down the wing right at the bootlaces of Miles. Has bounced to pick it up, spun in the tackle, got his hands free to take the... Got the hand pass away to Kuipers, who was knocked over the boundary line. It'll be thrown in.
They've got to hit those targets there, don't they?
Yeah, you can tell their game plan into the breeze is just chip it around, wait for that forward option. But if you haven't got the skill...
It'll be really interesting, as you mentioned, to see how things transpire in the second term. O'Shea, straight to him. He was tackled as he kicked it. Ruki Barber came late, but they got the clearance forward of the play. The Cats coming up to meet it there was James Thompson. It came off his bootlaces. Finko goes and gets it, and he's escorted over the boundary line by Lewis Tudor. It'll be tossed in front of the Lakers here to change. 23 and a half minutes gone on 88.9 Win FM. Pepe Cavalieri, Andrew Wilson, Gary Turner and Cade Lucas with you. It's the Lakers by 31 points.
So thrown back in. No one's gone for it, so I think we'll get a redo. And if you're at the ground, you can tune your radio dial to 90.1 for the unbuffeted feed.
Poor old boundary umpires throwing it straight into the breeze, guys, so that probably is the reason why that one's been called back. We'll see how he goes here.
Yeah, it was funny because no player wanted to touch it because they weren't the ruckman. So from the restart, ball looks like going to be a Caroline Springs clearance though. That's chopped off there by Miles, and he's being wrapped up in a tackle for Albion. And we get a ball up right half forward for the Lakers. They kick to the the scoreboard end here at Town Centre Oval, where the other oval is, second oval. So toss back up. Miller got his kick away, was pushed off the kick, but a good mark there by Daniel Ingram on centre wing for the Lakers. Stops that forward thrust.
Could have gone inboard, but instead goes long down the line. At the back, there's a chance here for the Lakers. They run out of room, though. It was Jacob Hislop. They've done okay the last 5 minutes or so. The Cats just to stem the tide at least.
Could really catch them out the back here too. There's no Caroline Springs player past halfway.
At the throw in, O'Brien reaches over the top, wins the clearance, hook kick back. Bond was in the way, then socketed it cleverly off the ground. Almost hit the target there in Hislop, diving horizontally. Hand pass comes out to O'Shea, got the hams free. Here's a chance, the snap from Ryan is across the face and it's off hands. A minor score. They dodge another bullet, the Cats. 5-5-35, Caroline Springs, Albion 3 behinds. 25 and a half played in the opening term. And they bring it out. The two ruckmen jump at it. O'Brien and Alice, neither had a share of it. It gets over the back and the Cats get the clearance forward. Finko got nutmegged. He tried to trap it with his legs and now Tudor mops up on the wing. Delivers a spearing pass up towards half forward. It's chopped off. Mitch Wilson gets in the way and he sends a long ball out the far wing.
Yeah, rare time the ball goes to the outer side. It's a free kick going to go the way of the Cats.
Yeah, arm chop, Willow.
Another short ball comes off as well. They've maintained possession. The Cats ball's on centre wing. That was Sloman. He goes out even wider. Now another low ball towards 50. It's a good kick. The mark's taken there by Nick Miller. Still 70 from goal. So he decides to kick a high ball to a one-on-one. Finko at the back. Sorry, it wasn't Muir at the back. Got his hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Now the Lakers look to repel as the kick finds Ruki Barber at right half back. Plays on, left foot, high ball to centre wing. Hickman there, used his body well, couldn't take the mark. Now soccers it off the ground, might come off. O'Shea's in a bit of space there. Ball bounces up nicely for him. Runs for 50, kicks a low ball in his left boot, but he's pulled it. And it's one behind. One he probably should have kicked there, Keenan O'Shea. So the margin 33 points. Thrive 6-36, Caroline Springs, Albion 3 behinds, 27 minutes played, opening quarter.
A few around the ground scores, Willow. Altona 1 behind, Deer Park 1 straight 6, Werribee Districts 4-4-28, Sunshine 2-5-17, and Spotswood 2 straight 12 ahead of Wyndham Vale 4 behinds in Division 1.
Just had a bit more time there, O'Shea. Could have kept running in and drew the backman out. Handball over the top, disappointing finish.
Nick Miller, the target, straight down the guts for the Cats. He takes the mark under duress and then works it sideways to Andrew, who's at left half back. Kiriatsis stands the mark, lowered the eyes there, and finds Mark Polycarpou. Wants players to come at him. He hangs this one in the air, back to centre half back. They've worked the switch okay. Pat Savage has it. But they didn't move it quickly enough to get the best out of that. The kick went over the head of Waitman, who couldn't take the mark. A chance for Caroline Springs on the outer side. Waitman goes in again. In fact, it was Mitch Wilson. He loses it. On that outer side, Max Tassari has a go. But he was brought to ground by Sloman. It will be a ball up close to the boundary line between wing and half forward for
so
Caroline
many mistakes
Springs.
by foot coming out of defence by Albion this afternoon.
At the throw in, O'Brien got clear passage, double palmed it down. The kick up in the Kim Taylor direction, couldn't complete the mark. Good pressure from Caroline Springs and they work it via hand. Tudor's been busy across half back, wants to kick it into the middle of the ground. It missed his intended target. They've got numbers. A good tackle by Muir. He brings down Mitch McLean. It spills loose. Polycarp, who's got a chance, and then a good follow-up tackle there by Kiriatsis. Did well, allows it to spill free. Hand pass from De Gabriel out the far side on the broadcast wing. This is Ryan. He kicks inside the 50 and the mark's been taken inside the forward pocket.
At that turnover there in the middle of the ground, Caroline Springs had like 6 on the 2 then. Once they gained possession, they just ran, and now they got the shot inside 50.
And Rex Hickman has the footy as the siren for quarter time blares. He's been very good with his hands. How is he with his feet? 10 goals for the season. in the right forward pocket. That's a beautiful drop punt from Rex Hickman. His first. And they got half a dozen in the opening term, the Lakers, and they lead Albion by 39 points at the first change. 6-6, 42 to 3 behinds. Goal scorers in the opening term, 2 each to Manolis and Mallington, and singles to Kyriatsis, the debutant, and Hickman on the stroke of quarter time. You're listening to 88.9 Win FM. Pepe Cavalieri, Andrew Wilson, Gary Turner and Cade Lucas with you. Caroline Springs up by 39 at the main break.
You're listening to the WRFL Match of the Day, thanks to Bridgestone Tyres, St Albans and Hoppers Crossing, proud sponsors of 88.9 Win FM.
If you're things, and he really wants them to be far more accountable in this term. So, yeah, you want to be on the ball if you're a Albion defender.
Thanks, Cade. 42 plays 3 as we get the second term underway, and they're going to go forward. It looks like the Cats. A soccer off the ground up towards half forward. Sloman could have come up to meet it. Instead, Holland does. Wheat works a hand pass across the half back line for O'Shea, who's into some space. And then he just chips a short ball for Gill, who takes the mark. Sends it down the wing, searching for Hickman, who's been very strong in the air today so far. Had a lot of goes at it. Kick was poor though. Bench got in the way. They knuckle it around the stoppage. Spills out. Gill laid a strong tackle. Ball up.
Division 2, Elburn Vale, Point Cook, no score. Manor Lakes 3-1-19, Newport Power 1 behind. North Footscray 3 behind, Parkside 1-1-7, Yarraville 7, Eagles 6-3-39, West Footscray yet to score.
O'Brien had a clear run at it.
What's the umpire doing?
And then pretty much missed it, and then the umpires called it back again. So they're going to try again on centre wing. He still wins it down. O'Keefe couldn't quite get both hands to it, loses it, charging through with the Lakers, holding the ball. Cooper Bond brought to ground. So Wilson has it for the Cats. Can send them inside 50. Need to get their first score soon. Bettina the target, sandwiched between a couple of Lakers. And then it was fisted out of play by Mitch McLean, so it'll be thrown in at the 50.
Division 1, Altona 1 behind, Deer Park 1 goal. Hoppers Crossing 3-2-20, St Albans 1 behind, Werribee Districts 4-4-28, Sunshine 3-5-23, Wyndham Vale 4 behind, Spotswood 3-2-20.
So at right half forward for the Catch, boundary throw in. Both rucks grappling with one another. It's knocked Caroline Springs side, then a strong tackle is laid. It's not coming out, it'll be balled up 50 metres out.
Still got Waitman about 40 metres behind play on his own.
So from the restart, Alice got it, O'Shea's got it now, handball's back, kick smothered there by the Cats. Now the ball's with Wilson.
High fend off. Yep,
high fend off free kick, left back pocket. Well, it could be 50.
No.
Few spots of rain down here now, guys, too.
So Hickman flies. Been fantastic. We've got an injury there too from a Caroline Springs sore arm. He's going to stay on though. Hickman being fantastic. At centre half forward, he drives a long ball. Ball's going to go to the back. Mellington do really well. Read that one. Ball now there with Kokolaris. Centering ball goes inside 50. The Waruki Barber direction. Gathers on the bounce. Handballs over the top. He's good. There's a paddle there. Went to Ryan. He's wrapped up in the table. There's a player forward of the ball. It's Gill, and he kicks the goal. So it is possible to kick into the wind, and Caroline Springs have done it. They get their 7th of the afternoon to take the lead to 45 points, 7-6-48 to Albion 3 behinds.
They are just not accountable at all going the other way, Albion. So many players over the back in space then. Quite hard to fathom.
You can't blame their backmen because they're playing one loose back. It's their on-ballers that aren't prepared to run both ways.
Yep.
And also, they've got major problems at centre half back and at full back with Hickman is having a field day on Coopers and Mellington's having a field day on Serafini. So they've got to do something with the key positions out.
Stefan Caterino is off for the blood rule too for Caroline Springs, guys.
So back in the middle, it's almost now or never for Albion. O'Brien wins it down, bench overruns it, gets it back, loses it again. Caroline Springs a chance. Alice paddles it around. Bench comes up with it, kicks inside the 50, back with the flight there. Caroline Springs couldn't quite bring down the mark. Bettina roves the pack, gives it to Sloman, has to kick it. He's upended at the crucial moment. Well done by James Ryan, great defence. The hand pass was knocked down. They might still be half a chance here. Finko gets the footy. He's special from the boundary, works the hand pass back. Bench centres the football. They jump at it. A chance at full forward, but the Caroline Springs Lakers have all the numbers. Tudor comes up with it, steps around an opponent, and then delivers well to the wing. In fact, it gets over the head of Brodie Holland, who wanted to keep it in play, tapped it to the advantage of Kyriatsis, and then he's happy to see it over the line. So everything going wrong at the moment for Albion. They just cannot find a way to goal. 7-6 plays 3 behinds.
There's even then a lack of torque. Brodie Holland could have grabbed that and they were out again. But
so the umpire throws it back in on centre wing. It's taken by the wind. The Caroline Springs going to get the clearance now. The ball's with the Gabriel on his left side. Went to Kyriatsis, stuck the one hand out, couldn't take the mark. Now O'Keefe grabs it for Albion, kicks it, but it's been marked there on centre wing. Now the handball goes to Gabriel, short ball over the top to O'Shea, marks in front of his interchange bench on centre wing.
this is where Albion's on balls have got to be accountable now. While there's a stop play, they've got to grab a man each, and at the moment they aren't.
So O'Shea and Gabriel just kick it back to each other. They've gained about 5 metres. O'Shea in the left boot. It's a good ball.
It's still
good
too
lead.
easy.
Mellington takes it. So Hislop. He wheels around and kicks in the Hislop direction. Why wouldn't you? Look at that. It's taking it. Got rid of two opponents. Now he sends a high ball to full forward in the Mellington direction. Can't get his hands to it. Ball spills to the front. Waitman's there for Albion, who's wrapped up in the tackle there. Well, Rookie Barber providing some pressure there. Can he keep the ball inside 50? They can't, as they get by handball out to O'Keefe.
Karpu gives it over to O'Keefe at half-back. Kick was poor, though. It went straight to Mitch McLean, who marks. Bettina stands the mark and he squares it up to Cooper Bond. Short ball for his captain in O'Shea. Marks in front of O'Keefe. Hand pass across. Here's a chance for Max Tassari. Spears a ball up towards half forward. Great turn there. The kick inside the 50 was ill-directed. It's close to the boundary line. A chance for Waitman. Keeps it away from the danger man Mellington and sees it out of play. It'll be tossed in at right half forward for Caroline Springs. Doing everything right at the moment. 7-6, 48 to 3 behinds. 7th minute of the opening of the second term, rather.
Guys, James Taylor was sitting on the bench during the quarter-time break. He's got a big pack of ice in his knee. He won't be coming back on, so they're a man down Albion.
At the throw-in, O'Brien wins it down. Bench worked it forward to the play. A chance here for Cody Bench, his brother. Kick down the wing was ill-directed, though, and it's been chopped off. Hislop has it. Kicks a high ball in the Hickman direction. Almost completed another mark. He roved his own pack, though. Well done by the Cats to hold it up. It'll be a stoppage at half forward.
So we ball up at 60 round from the Caroline Springs goal. Brian wins it down. Savage under pressure from Manolis, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Now we'll get a throw in. 7-6, 48, Caroline Springs, Albion 3-3. WRFL match of the day here on 88.9 Win FM. If you're at the ground, tune into 90.1 for the unbuffeted feed. So our player throws it back in now. Push. Free kick will go the way of Caroline Springs. Ellis has got it. He's forced to kick it. It's a high ball. Mellington comes out. Can't get to the contest. Goes back in, grabs it now. He's wrapped up in a tackle immediately. He's won the free kick, Mellington. Too high, so he'll go back and have a chance for number 3 from about 20 metres out directly in front. So it's getting tougher and tougher for the Cats now. As Caroline Springs, they can convert another one into the wind. It'll be their second, where Albion haven't saluted yet with a goal. Mellington's got 27 on the year now. Coming in for number 3 this afternoon. Comes in left foot, pokes at it. And poked it straight. That's 3 for Mellington. And there's a huge 51-point lead at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Caroline Springs 8-6, 54. Albion just 3 behinds.
Yeah, it's it's not game over yet, but Jesus, they want to they want to do something. They've made one move now that they have put Cooper's to full forward. I'm just seeing who he's swapped with now. Is it young Muir's got the job? Has he? Has Hickman come off for a rest? He's gone into the ruck now.
Back in the middle, O'Brien, and Hickman. O'Brien takes advantage, wins it down to O'Keefe, works the hand pass back to Waitman, who kicks to a 2-on-1 against Patina, but he takes the mark, wheels onto the left boot. Kick didn't favour his intended target there in Kuipers at full forward. He lays a strong tackle, it spills out the back, great smother, prevented Miller's kick from going towards goal, and it will be a stoppage about 45 metres out from the Cats' goal.
At the moment, Jason Patina's their only forward that's put his hand up at the moment.
Ball up, O'Brien double fists it into a dangerous spot. A chance here, running through, should finish. Kim Taylor does. It's the Cats' first. It took a long time to come, the 10th minute of the second term, but finally they snap a run of 8 unanswered goals for Caroline Springs. The Lakers 8-6-54, the Cats 1-3-9, 10 minutes played in the second, and it could spark something of a revival.
Yeah, it was
I hope so.
Yeah, it was
Hope
good.
so.
Good set play, wasn't it? Jonathan O'Brien with a double tap back into the corridor, and Taylor was running onto it. Probably bad setup with the defensive setup for Caroline Springs there at that stoppage. That was too easy.
Kate.
Yeah, Stefan Caterino, he's got a bad blood rule. Looks like his lip was split or something, and he's gone up into the rooms. There was a cast of thousands standing around him trying to stem the bleeding. Now he's gone up to the rooms, so they're a man down momentarily, Caroline Springs too.
I think it was that high fend-off, Kate, in that first quarter.
So on the restart, O'Brien jumped higher, Keith couldn't gain possession, but the Cats find the way and they hack it to centre half forward. Good mark at the back. Hislop read it well. He moves it on quickly, kicks it to the outer side. The mark's taken out there by Bon Giovanni. Goes in the Waruki Barber direction at the spoil. Ball spills to the back. Waruki Barber comes in, lays a good tackle, and we'll get a ball up in front of the Albion interchange bench on the outer side. 8-6 plays 1-3, 11 and a half gone, second quarter. Hickman wins the hit out, seems to be doing it all this afternoon. Bon Giovanni comes in, lays a tackle, it's a free kick, will go the way of the Lakers.
Yeah, he's been good, his work rate been outstanding.
Have you made the ruck smackers with Galloway not there?
At the moment it's pretty break even, isn't it, Kate?
Bon Giovanni with a long kick inside 50. Well done by Cooper Muir to affect the contest, and then it's a free kick against Caroline Springs.
I suppose it's something that maybe they'll notice more against some of the top ruckmen in the competition, which Albion don't really have, I suppose.
Well, O'Brien's certainly not a
I was
bad
gonna
player,
say,
but he's very good.
He represents the leagues.
Does he? Oh,
Oh
right.
yeah, he's had a great last year as well, didn't he?
Well, it's even more meritorious
Yeah.
than from Hickman.
He's been good
He's
Hickman so far.
undersized, but he can jump O'Brien, can't he?
Yeah.
Benches kick down the wing, went to a contest and it spilled off hands and out of bounds. It'll be thrown in on the outer side. 8-6 plays 1-3, 12 and a half gone second term. 2 goals to 1 into the wind for Caroline Springs. Here's O'Brien, wins it down cleanly at the foot of the pack. It's not escaping. 14 scoring shots to 4 so far. Been taking most of their chances. Bon Giovanni applies the pressure there on Lucas Andrews. Didn't allow it to spill free. Well done by Bench, lays a tackle, it comes out. O'Brien gets the footy, wants to hand pass it on, finds O'Keefe up against the boundary. Little sidestep was good, and then his kick up towards Sloman, tried to get the hand pass but missed it. Hooking kick up towards half forward, a chance for Finko, roves his own footy, hand passes back. Coming in there is Pat Savage. He's run into the ground and he'll get a free kick for in the back. He's too far out to score at the front edge of the centre square.
Yeah.
Instead, he just swings it out wide to a one-on-one contest. They made the best of it, Caroline Springs. Hand pass out there was searching for Tassari, but bench roved the pack and then kicked blindly inside 50. It was chopped off by Adonis.
Well, they got numbers
he
out,
centres it up again, and then the next kick in the chain out wide. Waruki Barber got in the way, didn't talk, and then got caught by Finko. It was well done. O'Keefe gets there for the Cats. Hand pass over the top. O'Keefe had another play, but Waruki Barber runs into trouble. Got the hand pass away. No, he did not, said the umpire. Threw it away. Looks exciting though, Richard Waruki Barber in his first game for his new club. O'Keefe charging through the middle of Town Centre Oval. Hand pass up in the Bettina direction, wasn't swift enough. And now Tassari comes up with it, running through the middle. Kicks up towards half forward. Mallington has to gather at his knees. He swings through the tackle. He's got Kiriatsis running back towards goal. That's where he goes. He almost falls over. He picks it up into the pocket, tries for the dribbler. It was too narrow. It would have been a finish and a half had he put it through. 8-7-55 Caroline Springs, 1-3-9 Albion as they bring it out the far side quickly through Waitman. Kicks long down the line. The mark's taken by Day. Just backwards of centre wing. On the far side he squares it up and finds Cody.
Bench wrapped up in the tackle, did not see the opponent coming. Paul talking there by the Cats. I'll be really disappointed with that. So now the Lakers go inside 50 in Mallington direction. Met it at pace. Ball spills to Holland. Got it over to Gill. Centering balls. Got players everywhere. Bon Giovanni takes it. Moves it on quickly with a chipping ball. On the mark almost taken there by Mallington. Umpire said play on. Now they look to come out of defence through Taylor. And now the mark's taken at left half back by the Cats. They go inboard. Looking for Waitman's a shocker. It's been chopped off. Mark's taken by Adonis in the centre of Town Centre Oval. Kicks a high ball in the Hickman direction. Couldn't get a fly at it. Got the ball now wrapped up in a good tackle by Muir. I said play on, wasn't holding the ball. O'Keefe there dispossesses Bon Giovanni. Bench got the handball. Now ends up with Policarpu. Now high ball goes towards centre half forward for the Cats and a strong mark taken there in front by Bettina, and his kick's a shocker and it's been chopped off. Now they look to repel do the Lakers.
So Gill has it at left half back, steps around Bettina. They're quick through the middle. That's a poor kick. Coming in was Josh Bench, the captain of the Cats. Takes the mark away from Manolas, squares it up to Day. At centre half back, Bon Giovanni stands the mark. Day pokes the kick for Savage, who got in. Just overran it slightly, brought it down and then couldn't quite complete. It was caught as soon as he had it. It will be a ball up. They're just that little bit off the Cats. It's making all the difference. 46 points is the deficit. At the ball up, O'Brien wins it down. No decisive hit out though. It'll be done again.
It's just both sides forward entries this last 5 minutes. They haven't been able to hit targets.
O'Brien wins the hit out. Still a loose ball. Bench tries to grab it. Becomes a tackler now. The umpire says we'll ball it up. So 17 minutes ticked over second quarter. 52 points the margin. Sorry, got that wrong. 46 points the margin. And the ball goes out of bounds and we're going to throw in. So ball's on the outer side, throwing near the Albion interchange bench. So Brian again doing the ruck with Alice. Alice is in front there, got a double hander down to Bon Giovanni, got the handball to Kokolaris, gets a quick kick there in the Hickman direction, couldn't take the mark, still a loose ball. The Cats under some pressure there. They get their handball. Wilson just tried to belt it out, but the kick was smothered. Ball still inside attacking 50, but a free kick has been won by the Cats, and Wilson's got it. And he switches it, goes to switch there, finds Waitman, or plays on. Mellington's got him under a lot of trouble. It's holding the ball. Great tackle there by Josh Mellington. And he'll have a shot at goal from about 50. Distance might be a problem.
I was going to say, Willow, it's not often you see full forwards in this competition chase and lay tackles and that, but he's been outstanding today, and it just it set a standard for the rest of the side, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's been good. 3-2 this afternoon for Mellington. But, you know, coaches and players love it when the forwards give a little bit more effort like that, don't they? So Mellington come in for about 50, kicks a high ball. It's not going to make the distance. Hickman there got his hands to it. Ball spills to the front. Manolis got it. Handball back into a dangerous position. Ball still loose on the ground. No one can quite pick it up there. Manolis comes in, lays the tackle. Still no possession. And a quick snap there by Bongiovanni. Misses to the left. One behind. Margin 47 points, 8-8-56 to 1-3-9, 19 and a half gone second quarter.
It's probably the difference in the two sides. The forward entries, when Caroline Springs do get in there, they do lock it in, whereas up the other end, if Bettina doesn't mark it, it rebounds out like a big trampoline.
So a young fella has retrieved the football at the southern end.
Looks like Chris O'Keefe is playing up forward for Albion too.
Oh, that was a dangerous kick in. Bench in all sorts. Mown down, laid it off to Polycarpou. Thought it could have been holding the ball. They pinballed it around at fullback, the Cats. It's going to be a free kick. They get out of trouble there.
Might have been to the Rock sign. Smaggers?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Probably blew away. Mitch Wilson across towards Finko, trying to soccer it off the ground. It's out of play. Be thrown in at right half forward for Caroline Springs. Looking just as dangerous as they did in the opening term. 8-8 to 1-3.
With that, Will, I think Ocky's just gone back and he'll be surmising what's going on upfield.
O'Keefe gives it off to Ryan. Now Holland poised in the congestion. Kicks to Mellington, one-on-one. Spoil came late, so it went straight to O'Shea, though. Lays it off to the side for Gill, and he marks. He's too far out to score. Saw Mellington lay into one from here a few moments ago, and he's come up short as well. So
just
Gill
kick it to Hickman.
Will have to give it off. That would be a fair idea. Willow, he clunks nearly everything. But looks as though Gill's going to at least have a ping or set it up to the top of the square. He's a long way from home.
Yeah,
He lets fly. It's going to come a few metres short. Hickman comes from the back. Couldn't quite. Numbers with the Cats. They get the clearing kick. It goes straight to Gill again. He has an opportunity. He lays it off into the pocket and hits his target. Doesn't want to really have a shot here, Cockalaris, but he hooks it back to the teeth of goal. Bongiovanni roves and goals. Right spot, right time from Mitch Bongiovanni. He's got his first of the afternoon, and this gets a little more out of hand for Albion. Caroline Springs 9-8-62. The Cats 1-3-9, 21 and a half played in the second term.
Yeah, we spoke before the game about where their goals were going to come from, but it has been their smalls today, isn't it? Manolis with 2, Gill with 1, Mitch Bongiovanni, who's been outstanding this first 40-odd minutes with 1, Steve Kyriakis with 1, and then you throw in Mellington with 3, so that's something they've been lacking.
Yeah, so 6 goal kickers this afternoon out of 9 for Caroline Springs. The umpire throws it back up. O'Brien wins it down. It's a whistle. It's going to go back to Josh Bench in the centre circles. His kick was smothered.
Geez, that's their day, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to go forwards. Picked up there by Hislop. Shrugged a couple of tackles. There's a whistle and a late one. He's been ping-ponging the ball. And Wilson will get the free kick on centre wing. Goes in, finds Savage just next to the centre circles. Waitman run past, got the handball. Kick goes there to centre half forward. Polycarpou's got it. Kicks inside 50. Well weighted. The mark was dropped inside 50 there by Miller. Now the Lakers look to repel. The kick goes in the Gill direction. A 1-on-1 with Waitman, but Waitman was too good. Used his body well, read it well, took a strong mark in front of Gill. They've been held up though, the Cats. So he kicks a low ball inside 50. It's poor, and Ellis takes the mark at right half back.
Someone's going to be running behind him.
So Ellis is nothing in space, so he kicks long down the line. Had a go at the Cats, and the hand pass releases Savage. Forward of the play for Bench at right half forward. Delivers short in the Finko direction. Bounced off his shins, and now Caroline Springs. All the bounces are going their way. Holland receives the hand pass. Puts it on Manolis' head. It gets over his head though, and it's marked by Polycarpou in the middle of the ground. He goes short for Bench. So a deliberate build-up. Need to find something. Short pass, puts it on O'Keefe's head. Punched away from him, he wins a free kick, perhaps a little lucky. He kicks into the pocket, and that's poor. It was just rushed. Bettina was the target. He's not going to get to it. It trundles out of play. Another opportunity wasted for Albion. Just the one goal so far, 24 minutes into this second term.
You know you're having a bad day when Chris O'Keefe's kicking it like that, Smackers.
I was just about to say exactly the same thing, Kate.
Well, he's been one of their best so far. And
his foot skills have been phenomenal the last 8 or 9 years.
Here we go. Another opportunity for Kim Taylor from the pocket. He couldn't conjure something this time. Broke free of the stoppage. This time he missed. 1-4-10 to 9-8-62. They don't waste any time bringing it out of defence. Alice flies, couldn't bring it in. Hand pass comes out from Day. He gave it to Waitman, and then he delivered inside 50 and found Mitch Wilson. He'll have to kick it every bit of 52. He'll have a little assistance from the breeze behind him. Has to kick this, Mitch Wilson. From a long way out, he shanks it into the pocket. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Nothing working today for Albion.
Seems like the whole team's got the kicking yips. You just mentioned the breeze there. It does seem to have swung decisively around to the northern end too, so it's clearly favouring the top oval end now. It's
not good news for Albion, who've completely wasted their half hour with it. Just the one goal. One goal, one. If Caroline Springs keep playing the way they are, this could get quite ugly in the third quarter. At the throw-in, O'Brien wins it down. O'Keefe barges his way through, couldn't quite. Bench had a play in it, but overran it. Now the Lakers can break free again. Out in search of Hickman again. Lays it off to the side for Gill, and it kicks a high ball up to left half forward.
Mellington took the mark in the back. On a clinic. He is. Gill keeps running. Mellington's held up low, but he chips it short.
He'll get it back, eh?
The Gabriel's got it. Just on the edge of the centre square. Left half forward. So he's got room now on his left boot. Kicks to the forward pocket. Kiriarts is there at the back. Got Hansel, couldn't take the mark, and the ball goes out of bounds. 30 around from the Lakers' goal. 9-8 plays 1-4, 26 and a half minutes played. Second quarter. Been a great first half by the Lakers, and a real disappointing effort by Albion. Coming off their win to St Albans last week. The umpire throws it back in. O'Brien did it beautifully to bench, runs out of defence, does the captain of the Cats, has a bounce with a low ball's a shocker. Grub it the whole way on the ground. And there is the siren for half-time here at Town Centre Oval, WRFL match of the day. It is a 52-point lead to Caroline Springs. It is 9-8-62 to Albion, 1-4-10 goal kickers for Caroline Springs. We got 3 to Josh Mellington, 2 to Troy Manolis, and singles to Kiriartis, Gill, Hickman, and Bon Giovanni. And for Albion, the only goal kicker was Kim Taylor, and we got that there at the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. So 52 points is the margin at half-time, with Caroline Springs leading.
You're listening to the WRFL Match of the Day, thanks to Bridgestone Tyres, St Albans and Hoppers Crossing, proud sponsors of 88.9 Win FM. If you're only kicking points with your current home loan, find out how to kick goals with a Rams home loan. Arrange a chat with a local Rams home loan representative by clicking on the Rams logo on the WRFL website. Rams are proud sponsors of the WRFL and 88.9 Win FM. Are you interested in becoming a carpenter or bricklayer? Get trade qualified at the Trade Institute of Victoria. Enrol now in Certificate 3 courses in carpentry and bricklaying. You may be eligible for government funding. Check out tiv.vic.edu.au. TIV are proud sponsors of the WRFL and 88.9 Win FM.
Security Armed Solutions, SAS, for all your security needs. SAS are also seeking licensed personnel for security work on an ongoing basis. Contact SAS at www.sassecurity.com.au or call them on 1300 YES SAS. SAS, proud sponsors of the WRFL and 88.9 Win FM. While you're listening to this WRFL Match of the Day broadcast, you can check out the scores at other games on WRFL Live on your smartphone. If you haven't got the WRFL Live.
Their forward, Manolis, as well. But it's going to be a big second half as we're about to get underway with Pepe Cavalieri.
All right, so the opening bounce, Alice wins it down for Caroline Springs. Coming off the wing there was Kim Taylor, the only goal kicker for the Cats. He kicks them deep inside the 50. A chance there for Daniel Bacchus. Haven't called his name too many times so far for the Lakers. Lets it go. And then it's picked up, though, by McLean, who pumps them down the middle of the ground. The Cats are well set, though. Finko receives the hand pass, got nothing to go to. Instead spreads it wide. Polycarpou's there. But the Lakers have done really well. They've pushed it all the way inside their 50. Inside there, he was Mallington. Might have been held without it. He wanted the free kick. Gives it off to O'Brien, then to Polycarpou. Sweeping hand pass. Made Savage work really hard for it. He was caught in the tackle instantly. And the umpire calls for a ball up at right half forward for Caroline Springs. And their pressure without the footy is immense. The Cats couldn't stand up to it.
Yeah, Muir in the ruck now. Batuna's gone to full back, so they might be doing what we're talking about, Willow, trying to win this quarter or break even and then see how they go three-quarter time.
So from the stoppage, free kick goes to Taylor. Advantage, but he's turned it over, and Waruki Barber takes it. He looks to play on, and his right boot's awkward action there, and he's going to turn it over as well. He's giving it straight up there to Mitch Wilson. Left half back for the Cats.
He's probably trying to impress his new teammates, but just go back and doing the basics first.
Yeah, it was always going to be an issue, wasn't it, there, with a new player. The Cats have turned it over now. They've linked by hand. The ball ends up with O'Shea. He kicks to centre half forward. No free kick there. Umpire said play on. Ball inside 50 for the Lakers. Manolis in there laying a tackle. And a quick snap out of the pack by Hickman. He's got two this afternoon, the big centre half forward. And the opening goal of the second half goes the way of the Lakers. It's 10-8-68 to Albion. 1-4-10. 2 minutes played, third quarter.
Yeah, they've swung the magnets around the Cats, but at the moment they're just lacklustre, and just even that then there was just no pressure. The ball spilled out, and if you've got a 6'3" bloke that can just pick it up off the ground and snap it out of a pack like that without no one around him, well, it just sums up their day. They have thrown around. Jonathan O'Brien has now gone to Hickman. Patina the full back. Muir in the ruck. Where's Finko still? He's on the wing now.
Back in the middle, Alice wins it down, knocks it defensive side of the pack to Gabriel, works it to Bacchus at centre half back. He's stripped of the footy by the Cats, but then they hold it up all right. There'll be a stoppage at centre half forward for Albion. They're down by 58. Umpire throws the ball up in the air. Alice wins it down to Gabriel again. Hand pass comes out for the Lakers. Straight to Whiteman. Floats a kick forward. Taylor, O'Keefe. Thrown off the footy as he got it. A chance for bench inside 50. It's rode by Taylor. Can he kick this? No, he just didn't quite catch it. Didn't get it curling. 1 goal, 2 for Kim Taylor.
Yeah, he's been dangerous for him.
10-8 to 1-5. 3.5 gone in this third quarter. Short pass finds Keenan O'Shea for the Lakers, the captain. Kick was partially smothered. Falls in the lap there of Sephirin, who unwinds from outside 50 and just misses. So they can try again, Caroline Springs. This time they go short to Brodie Holland. Back again to De Gabriel in his defensive goal square. Shares it out wide with Bond. Sends a long ball down the wing. Got over the head of his intended target. Now the Cats can reload. Finko gave it to Waitman. Squares it up into the middle. Mark's been taken by Wilson. Can send the Cats into attack. Spearing ball up towards half forward for Seraphin. Couldn't complete the mark. Well done there by Adonis, who got his hands on the footy, but then he was pinged for holding it. Seraphin now too far out to score at centre half forward. Lays it off into the middle. Beautiful kick. It was a good kick from James Thompson, who demanded the footy. And it was put on a platter, and he can have the set shot. Slightly right of centre. He'll have to kick it about 45 metres. James Thompson from the arc at right half forward. It's a low kick. It's not going to quite up the distance. Did anyone touch it? I think they did. It's through for a behind. Albion 1-7-13. Caroline Springs 10 goals 8. 68. 5.5 played in the third term. Kick in the Hickman direction out of defence. He left from 3 deep, couldn't complete the mark, but he knocked it down front and centre, and now Gill comes up with it. Can't quite get it. He was claimed without the footy. He never quite took possession. Umpire didn't see it that way. It spills out to the side for Kokolaris, and he's escorted out by O'Brien. It'll be a boundary throw in on centre wing in front of our commentary position.
It's probably the first time in the game that Albion had repeat forward entries and locked the ball in and made it hard for Caroline Springs to get it out.
3 scores in a row.
Yep.
But unfortunately all behinds. The umpire throws it back in. Muir did the ruck. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Ball spills at the back. Taylor's wrapped up in the tackle. We'll get a ball up still in front of the van. Go Blues, 2 points down. Midway through third quarter.
Three-quarter time.
Go Blues. Simo's 300th. Get around him. So throw up. Allens wins a hit out. Now picked up there by Wilson for Albion. It's a scrubby kick though. It's a high tackle and a free kick will go the way of the Lakers. Right half back. The ball goes to centre wing. It's a poor kick. Waitman chops it off. So Waitman on centre wing. Just chips over top to his coach, O'Keefe Marks. In front of the Caroline Springs bench. His short ball, it's been a story of the afternoon with those short kicks. They cannot hit a target, but somehow they've maintained possession though through Andrew. Got it, squaring ball. Bench on his left boot, just throws it as high and as far forward as he can. Tudor almost took a good mark there. It was well done there by Hislop, paddled it into the advantage of his teammate, but now a big tackle is laid inside 50 there. Taylor with the tackle now gets the handball the way. The Caroline Springs defence under a lot of pressure, and they eventually force a stoppage, and we'll get a ball up just near the boundary line, 30 round.
Just got a score, Willow, from that Deer Park game. Deer Park 5-0 to 3-4.
So, Lions in front. Not by much though, close game there.
Be cold down there by Cherry Lake.
Down at Cherry Lake, yeah.
Imagine the breeze there.
Don't want to.
Yeah.
At the throw in. Deep into attack for the Cats. Knocked back towards centre half forward. There's a whistle, it's a throw, it's a free kick to Caroline Springs. They're going to share it wide with Mitch McLean, who marks it right half back. Kim Taylor mans the mark. Kiriarts is barking for it further afield, but he had Miles for company. Long ball in the Alice direction. Over the back was Kiriarts. Wins the footy and then was knocked in the head, so he'll get the free kick. He squares it up for Bacchus. He goes centrally again, and now a deeper kick was really nice. And James Ryan takes the mark inside the arc at centre half forward. It's just a little bit too easy.
Yeah, they've had a dip for the first 7 minutes. Albion, they just haven't hit the scoreboard.
Adonis there who kicked that ball could have stopped and had a cup of tea. There was no Albion player anywhere near him.
James Ryan. He'll have to kick it every bit of 50. Strikes it well. It's across the face. Only just though. It was a good effort from long range. Caroline Springs extends its lead to 56, 10-9 to 1-7. Kick in, or almost found the captain bench. He had about 4 goes at it, couldn't quite complete the mark. Kiriartis hooks it back to a dangerous spot. Roved by O'Shea, steps out of trouble. Hand pass to Holland, he steps around one, throws it onto the boot and snaps the goal. This time they find it through the major opening. 11-9, 75 the Lakers. The Cats, for all their hard work, stuck on 1-7-13. 10 minutes gone in the third term.
It was just another poor kick out of the back line at Miss Taylor. He was unlucky there, Bench. I wouldn't have really paid that mark, but the young Stevie on his left foot, it's good that he can use both sides of the body. He got it out to that fat side, and they had numbers over there, and it was just a raffle who was going to end up kicking the goal.
So it's 62 points the margin. Umpire throws it up. This whistle. Free kick will go the way of Albion. Like Muir's going to take it out of the ruck contest. Kicks to centre half forward. Good mark in front there by the Cats. Plays it off to Finko on his left boot from 50. That's a long ball. Hasn't got the distance, and Tudor marks it on the last line of defence. So Tudor just tries to get outside.
What's it?
No, I think he's played a point. Must have played on over the boundary line, so a rush behind to the Cats. They are 1-8-14 trail. Caroline Springs 11-9, 75. 11 played, third quarter.
So Caroline Springs bringing in. It was a precise kick for Mitch McLean, and it worked well. He hand passes over the top to Tassari. Wobbly kick looking for his coach in Holland. The Shepherd came, and Finko obliges. Running through the middle, hand passes out wide to Kim Taylor, has to get around a couple, does so. Kick wasn't his best, but it's going to work out okay. Seraphin lays it off to the side for Miller, and now again, but they've coughed it up to Gabriel. Short ball for Holland, that was better. O'Shea wanted it running by, he might get it instead. Back with the flight came Mitch Wilson. De Gabriel gets it back from O'Shea, kicks to full forward, and going back with the flight again. I think it's Ryan.
It's Coco.
Cockalaris it is. And he'll have to kick it 50 to make the journey.
He's going to back himself, the young fella.
Not much of a run up. He unwinds from 50. That's away to the right. And it slams into the behind post.
That's still in.
No, it did hit the behind post in the end. So it will be thrown in. Was it off?
It looked to me like the player hit the behind post, but the ball didn't.
Yeah.
But the boundary umpire has called it out of bounds on the full.
Come off hands.
I think they'll throw this in.
Yeah.
Go to the big screen. Well, it's over there, will they?
Don't have VAR technology.
No, provides.
Yeah, it's going to be a throw-in, guys, so the boundary umpire's been overruled.
11-9 to 1-8. 13 gone in this third quarter. It's all Caroline Springs. Hickman wins it down. The Cats look a little unsure at the feet. Roved by Kiriatsis. Snaps. Has it got the carry? No. Waitman was on the line and he took the mark. And he can run away from Cockalaris. Takes a couple of bounces. Feeds the hand pass to Finko, then gets it back. At right half back. Had O'Shea in front of him. Got around him. The kick was poor though. Caroline Springs hold it up. It should be another stoppage. No, it comes out. Ryan has a chance. Spins out of trouble, but the tackle from Miles stuck. Where's the footy? It spills out into the pocket. A chance for Caroline Springs. Kiriatsis might get another go. He paddles it to his advantage. Hand passes it out to the side. Cockalaris has another play. Mallington receives the hand pass on hands and knees. Works it out towards Tassari. Well, Mallington's going to get a free kick. He is.
Rex Hickman has just limped off, guys. It looks like he's got something, maybe with a lower leg, a calf or a hamstring possibly. He's getting some work done now.
He's got a sore foot.
In hands from Mark. Yeah.
So Josh Mallington will have the set shot at goal from about 45 to 50 metres out. He's got 3 already this afternoon. He's looked really dangerous down forward. 28 goals for the season. A deliberate approach from directly in front. He guides it to the left. A minor score. 11-10 plays 1-8. Halfway through the third term. 3 goals, 3 today for Josh Mallington.
Let's just see their foot skills coming out of her now.
So the kicking comes to the broadcast side. Muir with a big fly. Took a good mark over Kiriatis. So he turns it over. Straight to Adonis. In front of his interchange bench there for the Lakers. It goes to the 45-degree angle kick, but it's a poor one. Waitman takes the easiest of marks at centre half back.
It's like cancer now.
The kicking.
Yeah.
He's a short ball.
Oh,
He's turned it over. Holland takes the intercept.
Oh,
goes in low, and he's the shocker as well. Goes straight to Waitman, who just turned it off. Waitman plays on. Umpire said he ran out of bounds, so a throw-in just outside the 50 for the Lakers.
4 turnovers in a row.
It was.
2 each.
And by high-quality players as well, Waitman and Holland.
It's like a game of tennis, isn't it?
A bad game of tennis.
I suppose that's why these two sides are down where they are, boys.
Yeah, so thrown in. Polikapu gets the clearance, slaps around the body, bouncing ball, bounce out the top of Adonis. And his opponent there is Seraphin. Ball now on centre wing. Tudor paddling towards the boundary line, picks it up. Maruki Barber lays the Shepherd, handballs over to Adonis, then to Gill, who's wrapped up in the tackle and pushed out of bounds. And a throw in, centre wing. Broadcast side of the ground here at Town. Centre oval, if you're at the ground, tune in to 90.1 for the unbuffeted feed. Andrew Wilson, Pepper Cavalieri, Gary Smackers, Turner and Cade Lucas with all the action today on WRFL Match of the Day.
At the throw in, there's a whistle. It was a holding free. It's going to go the way of Kuipers for the... He's got it on centre wing, right in front of our commentary position here at Town Centre Oval. His side down by 62. I don't think he caught that one very well. Falls in the lap of Tudor. Lays it off to Tassari. Gives it to Kokolaris. He was under siege straight away. He scored it out. Boundary throw in.
That's 5 turnovers in a row.
And we can... one positive coming out of today, at least right now, is there's some welcome cloud cover blocking the sun, which was wreaking absolute havoc with us here. Really,
I'd rather watch this when the sun's out.
The sun was also warming me up.
In two minds. Clearance comes the way of Caroline Springs. It was Adonis who got the kick up in the Hislop direction. He gathers beautifully. Clever little kick on his non-preferred to Mallington. He's in the goal square. He takes a bounce, waltzes in and dribbles it through. Another for Mallington and another for Caroline Springs. 12-10-82 the Lakers. The Cats 1-8-14. 17 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter.
Yeah, it hasn't been a highlight package this last 5 minutes, boys, but even that kick was just a mongrel kick into the forward line, and it was just a bounce either way. And Hislop, it's just his body work just to push his opponent off the ball, set that goal up.
Pretty soft goal too, lack of accountability from the defenders.
So back in the middle, umpire throws it up, play restarts. Gabriel gets it, did well there, got his hands free, but might have turned it over. Gill now tries to gain possession, but the Lakers gather it now. It's a quick kick out of the pack, goes sideways, and the mark's taken by Adonis. He drives it to centre half forward, shocker. Savage takes it. Left half back.
I think his last 3 kicks he's turned it over.
Yeah, hasn't been great. There's another little short one, that one hits the target. Sloman's got it. They go short again. 2 in a row, Smackers.
Hold on.
Savage has got it back. They've gained about 5 total after 2 kicks.
He's going to go sideways.
O'Brien, 3 in a row.
He's got a loose out on the outer side if you can get there.
Goes the Waitman direction. That's good ball. Now they open up the fat side. It's a good kick there out wide. Mark taken there by Seraphin. Handball's over the top now. Now they're running it in towards the inside 50. That's a shocking handball. Went to O'Keefe, but O'Keefe did really well there on his right boot. So Grubber inside 50. That was pressured with that kick. Seraphin got it. Handballed over the top for Polikapu. Paddled it down to his teammate there in Andrew. Snaps towards goal. And there's number 2 for the Cats this afternoon. 19 and a quarter minutes played. 12-10-82 Carolina Springs. Albion 2-8-20. 62 points the margin.
Yeah, they once they worked it around from in front of us, they had numbers out that outer side, and it was just a matter of time. But Bettina there, I don't know whether you leave him down at full back. He was their only winner in their forward line. You've got to kick goals to win the game. So I'd be putting him back to centre half forward now.
They've got Finko in the midfield, Smackers, as well, so they've listened to you.
Back in the middle, Rucks go at it. Clearance comes the way of the Cats through Wilson. A high ball to half forward, and they couldn't quite mark it. Hand pass comes back to Waruki Barber. And now O'Shea was next in the chain, but it was still in the congestion. It'll be balled up at centre half forward for Albion. Trailing by 62 points as we tick into time on in the third term. Bottom by Alice, wins it down for Caroline Springs. They've got a number of players with which they can share it at half-back. Good tackle, though, by the Cats. Gill got away with it. O'Shea next in the chain, tapped it to his advantage, and then claimed it, and then squared it up nicely. Alice takes the mark at right half-back. He's got Kyriatsis barking for it. Is he going to jump at it? No, he let Gill take the mark, but he juggled it over the boundary line, said the umpire. It will be thrown in. The umpires have a little discussion as to whether it was completed inside or outside the line. They settle on a boundary throw-in.
Rex Hickman's back on the ground too, guys. He's still doing some stretches up at full forward, but he is back on the field.
At the ball up, front of the pack, Miller hooks a kick up towards half forward. A chance here for Thompson in the field of play. O'Keefe applies the pressure, knocks down the hand pass as Caroline Springs tried to escape. Forces a boundary throw-in. 45 metres out from goal at left half forward. It's 12-10 to 2 goals 8. Extremely one-sided. The Sting well and truly out of it by now. At the throw-in, Alice wins it down. Well done there by Miller to get his hands on the football first, and he was pinged for holding the ball, though, straight away. The captain, Keenan O'Shea, wins the football, and he'll take the free kick from full-back.
O'Shea plays on, runs us across the ground here at Town Centre over on his left boot. It's a good ball, hits the target. Now the second long kick now goes in the Mellington direction. Can't get to the contest, but it didn't matter to Gabriel. So Bongiovanni took the mark at centre half forward.
And 50.
Certain goal for the Lakers. It'll be their 13th, and it'll take the margin to 78 points after the goal's kicked. In the sunshine, he's back now at Town Centre Oval.
I was going to say, Albion, they've done well to stop Caroline Springs. That's where they generated all their forward play in that first half. But O'Shea took the game on then, and he got rewarded with a good block, and it just allowed him to find Ryan, and Mitch Bongiovanni's just finished off with a goal.
He has. That's his second from the 50. Took him pretty much to the goal line. He's got 2 now. 78 points to the margin. 13-10, 88 Caroline Springs. Albion 2-8-20. 68 points.
A few around the ground scores. Hoppers Crossing 4-2-26, St Albans 3-2-20. Werribee Districts 6-7-43, Sunshine 5-6-36, Spotswood 11-10-76, Wyndham Vale 7 behinds. As we return to the middle of Town Centre Oval, 68-point lead to the Lakers. Alice wins the tap. Holland tried to knock it to his advantage, but the Cats won it forward, but only as far as O'Shea, who from the back edge of the centre square pumps them up towards half forward. The hand pass releases to Gabriel in a breath of space. He gets away from Waitman, straightens on the left, kicks a goal. What a finish from Jason de Gabriel. He broke what was a certain tackle and finished beautifully. 14-10, 94 to 2-8-20. It's 74 points, and it's close to the margin of round 1, Smackers.
Yeah, it's well and truly all over Red Rover here, isn't it? It's just a matter of Albion playing for a bit of pride.
Can't let it get out to 100, can they?
And at the moment, there's a lot of them walking around with their heads down.
So 24 minutes has ticked over of this third quarter. Ball thrown up. Alice double-hander wins it down. Finko tried to run on it, couldn't gain possession. Muir handballed into space pretty much to himself. He may have lost it. They have, because the ball's with Holland. He handballs over the back. Now the ball's with Alice. Doesn't like to kick, so he handballs. Did well there. Got it to his teammate. Now the kick goes to centre wing. Spills over the head of Bongiovanni, but running onto it, Tudor picked it up at pace, kicks a low ball in the Mellington direction. Mellington goes, he's taken a beautiful one-hander. Somehow it's stuck. He'll go back, kick from 50, 45-degree angle. With that breeze sort of behind him, he probably should get the distance.
If we were playing cricket, I reckon they'd be going to the DRS for that. I reckon they might have touched the ground on the way down.
Might have, but good call in the footy circles.
He's kicked. He kicked one in the first quarter from his pocket.
He did. Still left goalpost, you reckon?
Yeah.
So Mellington for number 5. Kicks it high, ball. Looks going to hold. No, it doesn't. Didn't give it enough.
What's that? 3-5.
So he got that narrow. 3-4. 4-4.
You might need to go and see him during the week, Willow.
I think he's doing all right this afternoon. Tricky conditions today, so margin 75 points. 14, 11, 95 to 2, 8, 20.
Don't afford that luxury commentary to any other clubs.
I look after teams, not individuals.
Fair enough. All right, so the kick out was to no one in particular for Albion, and they might work it forward again. Kokolaris breaks his way through a couple of tackles, gives it off to Mellington. He's a long way from home. He wanted to unwind, and then he got it off the side of the boot. It was good enough to get it in towards Hickman, who gave away the free kick. Pushed his opponent in the back, and Nick Waitman will take it.
Did that bounce through?
Oh,
I think it did.
Well, it was a free kick.
I know that, but I was going to say it was the worst
was a horrible
kick off the boot.
Long ball out of the Seraphin direction. That's a really good one from Waitman. Hit him on the on the chest beautifully.
So they're going to kick down the line. Are you going to have to?
14-11 to 2 goals 8. Kicks up in the Polycarpu direction.
Good mark.
Rather Cody Bench takes the mark.
Does he just come on the ground?
Nah. Their bench is over there. Who knows? Maybe.
Nah.
Goes backwards to Savage from left half back. Goes short to O'Keefe, who's tried his heart out as he does every time he steps onto the field. Kicks into the middle, sat it on the head of his teammate there in Wilson. Had a couple to beat, and the Lakers come up with it. Brodie Holland steps around 1, 2, and then kicks in the direction of O'Shea, but it goes straight to Bettina, and he wants Mark Polycarpu to run onto this. It bounces up to him eventually, but it didn't favour him perfectly. He shrugged the tackle in the end, runs down the outer side, kicks to full forward. Muir, the target, caught behind, just misjudged the flight of the football, and the defence takes the mark, and now they've got numbers everywhere.
They can raffle it.
Kiriatsis keep it in? He does. He just shields its bounce, and he gets around 1. That was Bench. Sweeping hand pass 4 to the play for Kokolaris. Hand pass again to Gill. Couldn't gather it cleanly. Does on the bounce. He's got Mellington back with the flight into the hole. Can he take the mark? Good fist. It's going to come the way of O'Shea. If he can lay it off. No, they got there first. Polycarpu did for the Cats. Sweeping hand pass back to Waitman at left full back. And then he delivers smartly for Savage. He lays it off short. Finko the target next in the chain. The bounce didn't favour him, but it didn't favour Alice either. Hislop comes in, and now Cody Bench works it back to Kim Taylor. Steps around Waruki Barber, who slipped over at the crucial moment. He almost got up and tackled him anyway. Oh, O'Keefe back with the flight. Took a great mark. He jumped early and then hung there for long enough, and he centres it up beautifully and hits the target at full forward. It's Scott Polycarpu, who marks 30 metres out directly in front. Yeah, probably their best passage for the day.
I was just about to say the same thing, Pep, and it just come from a bad kick from young Gill into the forward line. He had a couple of options, and he split the difference, and Albion made him pay.
Siren for three-quarter time. Couldn't be too far away. Scott Polycarpu shouldn't miss from here. And he doesn't. Squeezed it in at the right-hand post. Good enough. 3-8-26, the Cats. Still well back of the Lakers. 69 points in arrears. 14-11, 95. Polycarpu gets his first. That is a tongue twister.
You reckon his nickname's a carp?
I don't know.
We'll ask his brother.
Wonder if there's any carp in the Wimmera River.
There's
where
carp.
They're from.
There's carp in the lakes here. Pep?
It's no good. We don't like carp.
Oh, all right. So you don't like the carp food, boys?
I know they're good.
I don't know.
Good at footy. Take
Back
over,
in the middle.
Willow.
It's a fishing radio show. So from the centre, ball loose. Quick kick by Muir to half forward for the Cats. O'Keefe there trying to pick it up, couldn't. Bench got a handball over to Andrew. Andrew broke a tackle, just kicks a hack ball inside 50. Maruki Barber took a good mark, good defensive mark on his chest. He had 2 free Albion players around him. He did well there. Goes a little short ball over the top finds Bacchus, got the man running past there. Holland kicks a high ball in the centre of the ground, but it's been chopped off by Miles for the Cats. Finds his captain Bench inside the centre circles. So 30 minutes about to tick over. Bench goes wide in the Waitman direction. Takes the mark, plays on, handballs forward there to Scott Polikapu. Now the ball goes inside 50. Looks like Alice is going to take it. Oh, he dropped what he should have taken. Loose ball spills. Waruki Barber at the back of the pack. Oh, did the hesitation. He got the handball all away, but there is the siren for three-quarter time. The quarter ran just over 30 minutes, and at three-quarter time it is a 69-point margin in favour of Caroline Springs, 14-11-95 to 3-8-26. Goal kickers, Josh Millington with 4-4 this afternoon. 2 goals to Mitch Bongiovanni and Hickman and Manolis, with singles to Kyriatis, De Gabriel, Gill and Holland. For Albion, it is 3 individual goal kickers, Scott Polikapu, Kim Taylor and Lucas Andrews. So three-quarter time, it is a 69-point lead to Caroline Springs. You're listening to the WRFL Match of the Day.
You're listening to the WRFL Match of the Day, thanks to Bridgestone Tyres, St Albans and Hoppers Crossing, proud sponsors of 88.9 Win FM. If you're only kicking points with your current home loan, find out how to kick goals with a Rams home loan.
For the last quarter, not to drop off at all. So pretty simple messages from both coaches.
All right, so the final term underway. The result pretty much a formality. How much will the Lakers win by? There's a whistle on the play. It's a free kick to Josh Bench in the centre circles. He'll take it, kicks over the head of De Gabriel up towards half forward. Good pressure came there from Adonis for Caroline Springs, but the Cats go inside 50. Beautiful kick straight in towards Polikapu. He couldn't quite complete the mark. Finko applies the pressure as Waruki Barber tries to barge his way through the congestion. He couldn't quite take clean possession. Finko comes up with it, lays it off to the side, and then they square it up for Wilson. He lowers the eyes nicely and hits the target. It will be a set shot at goal.
Yeah, that was better play, wasn't it?
That was very good, yeah.
The Cats.
And Matthew Seraphin comes up with it.
Well, he started as a full back. Let's see if he kicks like a full back, Willow.
That's a myth, isn't it?
I don't know, we'll soon find out.
From about 45 metres out, Matthew Seraphin sets sail from the arc. It's going to come up just short. They fly, knocked back into the field of play by the Lakers. Finko's after it in the pocket. Wanted to hand pass, instead went backwards, searching for Polikapu. It's off hands and Waruki Barber's away down the outer wing. Sweeps a hand pass off to Bongiovanni, who marks, kicks in the Hickman direction. He's got separation from Muir. Couldn't quite take the mark, but mopped up okay. Kicks inside the 50. Mallington, front and centre. Held on to without the football. Umpire waves play on. He does well. The Cats hold it up in the right forward pocket. And the umpire circles and eventually calls for it. He'll ball it up 20 metres out.
Good umpiring there, Pep. A couple of free kicks could have gone either way, but he let him go.
So umpire throws it back up. O'Brien uncontested, got it down to Bench. A quick kick by Miles. The clearing ball, bouncing ball in front of Hickman and Muir. Stays in, picked up by Waruki Barber. Left foot, centering ball finds De Gabriel. Still on the outer side. At right half forward, De Gabriel in his left boot goes inside 50. Oh, it fell out the back. Well read by Mellington, took it on his chest. And he'll kick from just inside 50. But he'll be hard up against the boundary line in the right forward pocket. How's that breeze, Cade, if you're out there? Feels like it's dropped a fair bit.
It has. It's certainly dropped right off. That was something Brody Holland noticed at three-quarter time as well. So otherwise they'd probably be going into it, but it's not really a factor now.
Thanks, Cade. So Mellington comes in just inside 50 for number 5. Left footer goes across the face of goal. Muir there got a hand to the ball, did he? Umpire said did. But anyway, we'll get a ball up right next to the left behind post. Deep inside Caroline Springs forward 50. So thrown up. O'Brien tried to reach over the top. There's a snap out of the pack. Don't know who got that one. Bench sees the ball over the boundary line. He's got his right knee strapped up for this last quarter. So a throw in 15 metres round from the Lakers goal.
95 plays 26. Throw in, deep into the Lakers attack. Gets over the back where O'Keefe is waiting for the football. Just hacks it out, but it finds Finko in the centre square. He kicks across the ground. Waruki Barber comes from the back, affects the contest. Numbers with the Cats though. Muir, hand pass was astray, and they come up with it. Caroline Springs, they go backwards before they go forwards. Brodie Holland lays it off to the side, didn't hit the target. Close to the boundary line, it's going to work okay. Bacchus, a long ball up towards half forward. Well done by Kyriatsis, who used his body, then couldn't complete the mark. Cats come up with it. Poor kick, though, through the middle. They've turned it over. O'Shea weaves his way through traffic, lays it off to Holland. High ball to full forward. They're juggling, couldn't quite bring down the mark. And they escape through Bettina. A high ball through the middle. A chance there for Hislop. Did well to affect the contest. Falls front and centre to Keenan O'Shea. Back to Hislop. Long ball inside 50. Bench back with the flight. Couldn't quite take the mark. A chance here for Mallington. Can he do something from the boundary? Yes! What a finish. Josh Mallington with number 5, and it was the best of the lot. 15-11, 101, Caroline Springs. Albion 3-8-26, and that gets the horns blaring at Town Centre Oval. They're out by 75 points. Sensational.
And guys down here on the boundary, Nick Holland, the CEO of the E.J. Whitten Foundation, watch that. He might be handing the medal to Josh Millington today. He'd certainly be right up there, Smackers.
He sure would. Jason Bettina, there wasn't much they could do. They just Jason just cleared it out, and the ball rebounded back, and Mellington flew for it and then crumbed it.
So from the restart, Cats look to go forward. They've linked by hands. The ball ended up there with Wilson, who got the kick inside 50. Polikapu, or bench it was, left it behind. Finko got a handball back. Now the kick goes back inside 50 to the target there. Seraphin's taken the mark and will kick from about 45. Not much angle. So it's 75 points the margin at the 5.5 minute mark of this final quarter. Cats only managed just the 3 goals this afternoon. So Seraphin for his first. Cats' fourth kicks on its way, looks pretty good. Bends back and he's got it. First goal of the afternoon, Matthew Seraphin, so cuts the margin back to 69 points. Albion a 4-8-32, but they trail Caroline Springs 15-11, a 101, the 69 points the margin.
It just come about through winning the ball out of the middle, didn't it? And giving your forwards an opportunity, and Finko was good shooting at that handball, and they finally hit a target going forward, Pep.
They sure did. A little bit too late though for that, Smackers, unfortunately for the Cats.
O'Brien back in the ruck.
Ball up in the middle. O'Brien wins the tap. O'Keefe let it go. It came back to O'Brien, who laid the hand pass off, missed it, goes in again, might have been caught over the shoulder. Umpire waves play on. Brodie Holland falls over. It gets inside the 50 for the Cats, out of the square. Here's a mark to Taylor, who marks only 15 metres out. That's better from Albion.
He just read it a bit better than Adonis there. He's been lively, Taylor, for the opportunities he's been down there today.
It was all set up by Jonathan O'Brien in the middle, who had a couple of plays at it. And Kim Taylor finishes it off with a goal. His second, and the Cats' fifth. They're 5-8-38, chasing Caroline Springs, who are way ahead. 15-11, 101. It's a 63-point margin.
Yeah, you called it correct. Pep O'Brien with the effort to get it out with a handball, then followed up with a tackle and break the pack, and then it was just a hack kick forward, but Taylor just read it better than his opponent down there. He's kicked 2-2. He's been lively today, so he's been one of their few winners.
Yeah, for sure. Taylor with the 2 goals, back-to-back goals for the first time this afternoon for the Cats, as the umpire throws it back up. Alice wins it down, then comes in and lays the tackle. Ball still in dispute. Adonis got it there, handball out. Cocolaro, no, left it for his teammate there into Sari. Handball back to Gill, and his left boot goes in the Mellington direction. But Waitman came across to spoil the party. The ball still stays in. Mellington now lays a tackle, and finally the ball is out of bounds, and we're going to throw in on the 50 in the left forward pocket for the Lakers. 8.5 played, final quarter, 15-11 to 5-8. Caroline Springs in front. WRFL match of the day here on 88.9 Win FM. O'Brien from behind wins it, only as far as Bon Giovanni, centering ball in his left boot. Cazares nearly took the mark, flew, but the defence now for the Cats under a little bit of pressure. They can't gain possession, and the ball rolls out of bounds. 35 round from the Lakers goal.
This is where they were dangerous in that first half with repeat stoppages until one of their little forwards got on the end of it. Let's see what happens there.
Yes, Alice in front wins it down with the left hand. Bench there, tried to shepherd for his coach there in O'Keefe. Ball's on the deck, players in from everywhere, ball up.
Set up behind play with Mitch McLean without an opponent and Hickman without an opponent, so the big tools.
See, we've got a blood rule now. O'Brien's got to come off. It's rare to see someone with a blood rule sprint off as quick as he is. It's just a slow walk, isn't it? Waste as much time.
He's got a long way to go.
It is a long
the
way
other
to
side
go.
Of the ground.
He needs an Uber to get out
They
there.
could almost let him just cross the boundary line, couldn't they?
Caterino went off with a blood rule in the second term, I think, and he hasn't returned. So, and also Ingram looks like he's done for the day. He's got a hammy, I think. So they're down 2, Caroline Springs.
It doesn't matter. They're still a long way in front. So from the restart, it's going to be clearance through Waitman. Kicks a high ball in the Seraphin direction. He takes the mark right half back.
So Seraphin tied up against the boundary. Brian Gill stands the mark. Seraphin goes the incisive ball. It didn't work. He was searching for Day, but it goes straight to Daniel Bacchus, and he can put the Lakers back inside the 50. He wants to lay it off. Hand pass to Hislop. Sends a spearing ball inside 50. It was too deep. Chopped off by Waitman, who's been pretty good for the Cats today, I would say. One of their better contributors. He shares it out wide, and now they come back inboard. This is Wilson. Next in the chain was Paul, though. Off hands to Sari, roves it to Gabriel through the middle. They got the spare on the far side. Here is Gill. If it'll sit up for him, it bounced behind him, had to go get it. His teammate shepherded the space for him nicely. He lowered the eyes, Gill, but it wasn't his best kick. And Mellington lets him know about it as well. Yeah. Chopped off by Waitman, who squares it up. Oh, it was Savage who was the intended target. It bounced away from him. They hold it up at half forward. Caroline Springs. They don't let the Cats escape this time. It'll be a ball up. 15-11, 101 the Lakers. The Cats 5-8-38. 11 and a half minutes gone on 88.9 Win FM. And they're going to have a secondary stoppage. Pepe Cavalieri, Andrew Wilson, Gary Turner and Cade Lucas with you on this Saturday afternoon.
So thrown up on the Lakers 50. Plenty of players around the ball. It's a quick clearance by the Cats, but it's been chopped off by Adonis. He's got O'Shea on. Now he uses him. He's still about 55 from goal. He's got a lead coming in the pocket, heads that way. And that's a beautiful pass. And Mellington takes the mark. Hard up against the boundary line, but he'll have a shot. Wrong side for the left footer. We'll kick from about 48.
What's he kick? 5-4?
5-4 this afternoon.
He's jumping
he's jumping the fence. Giving it to the umpire. How far around do you want me to go? Nice bit of by play there. So Mellington, for number 6. Kicks on its way.
He's got it.
Oh, I think he has.
He's kicked it from the swimming pool.
He's let the umpire know about it as well. I'll kick him from anywhere. You tell me where to stand. I'll put him through the big stick. So another one for the Lakers. 16-11, 107. Albion 5-8-38. We're almost up to the 13-minute mark of this final quarter.
I'll guarantee you, if he was 5 metres further in and had his proper run-up, he would not have kicked that. He would have been a competitive beast, Josh Mellington. He's been put up, you know, the pressure of the kick has gone up about as much of a challenge as you could have from that position, and he would have loved to rub the umpire's face in that. That's why he kicked that goal, I reckon.
He's had a day out, all right. We said for Caroline Springs to win the game at the start, Willow, he had to kick over 5 goals, and exactly what he's done.
He's had 10 shots on goal.
At least,
yeah.
Well, without them, they'd probably win anyway, so it doesn't matter.
He's beaten Albion by himself this afternoon, almost.
He certainly has.
Yeah,
He's
actually,
up by 3 points.
Yeah.
O'Shea claimed in a tackle straight away back in the middle, so they'll bounce the footy again. At the ball up, Alice, who's been very lively in the ruck against O'Brien, probably taken the chocolates today, wins it down, and Savage is caught as well. Another stoppage. Margin 69 points. O'Brien and Alice had a share of it this time. It doesn't come clear. A chance for Manolis, who was busy in the early stages. They wheeled it forward about 5 or 10 metres towards the edge of the centre square, attacking side for Caroline Springs, but it'll be another ball up. It's a huge win in the context of the season. Might not mean a lot for finals, but with 2 wins on the board, Caroline Springs, they go 2 clear of Wyndham Vale. It's hard to see them not playing Division 1 next year.
Yeah,
the Lakers now, it's what this win means to them.
Yeah, pretty much
Very
guaranteed
important.
survival.
You would imagine so.
And now, I did some NAS before. Still, percentage after this win will still be a fair way behind St Albans on 2 wins, so I can't see them jumping them today.
Depends how much St Albans get beaten by. At the stoppage, handpass comes out to Holland. Hack kick up towards half forward. Hickman was the target, fisted away. Waitman gathered it front and centre, had a bump laid on him. Then Savage was collected as well, and High was the tackle on Savage. So he will take it from right half back for the Cats.
Goes short, finds bench, centre half back, and he goes short to the outer side. His teammate grabs it on the bounce, under a little bit of pressure there. Wheels around, kicks the centre half forward. Coming out there was Seraphin, couldn't take the mark, and they've worked it back there. Miles wrapped up in a tackle, got a handball back, got it to O'Keefe. His kick was smothered. He was under pressure by 3 Lakers there. Miles goes in, did well there, got it to O'Keefe, then got it over to Polakapu. They've got under a lot of pressure now by hand. O'Brien gets it. He finally decides to kick a high ball in the Finko direction. Finko waits for it to bounce, and the ball bounced straight up in the air, and Shooter easily just belts it out of bounds. Throw in right half forward for Albion.
I think everyone's waiting for this siren to go, Willow. Even
They are.
players.
Yeah, it's 16 minutes has ticked over, so probably another 10 to go at least. Unless they just stand there and let the clock run out. I don't think they'll do that though, will they? And what will we talk about? So from the throw in, O'Shea bursts away from the stoppage, kicks it in the Hickman direction, fist there by Muir. Ball goes out of bounds, throw in now. In front of the van here at Town Centre Oval.
I'd like to know how many kicks O'Shea's had on his left foot today.
All of them?
Most of them.
Yeah, it's been a lot. So throw in, Alice in front, Andrews there on, or Miller it is. For Altona, should be pinged, that spills out. Now it's a quick kick by Tassari, it was a strange one. Bon Giovanni picks it up, and he's pushed over the line by Miles, and another throw in. Still in front of the van here.
We don't have the budget for stats here, Smackers.
I used to do them.
Yeah, then you got the sack. Got promoted.
Sacked and promoted.
They're overrated stats.
So thrown in. Alice won it. O'Brien came in hard. O'Shea met him with a tackle. Alice looked like he had a finger in that ruck contest. He's coming straight off. Player still fighting for the ball. O'Brien there got a little handball out. Still in there. Tassari now laying a tackle there on Andrew. Ball up. Ball hasn't moved anywhere for the last couple of minutes. Still in the same spot. It's at left half forward. Slightly for the Lakers. O'Brien wins it down. Tassari tries to shrug a tackle through it. Umpire said play on. Ball now with O'Shea. Handball there on the right hand. Handball over to Hislop. Got Ryan running past, but he's wrapped up in a tackle. Broke one. Still got his hands free. Umpire says play on. O'Shea's got it. There's a handball. Right-handed Smackers. Hislop's got it. Kicks a high ball in the Hickman direction. He's got 2 to beat. Couldn't really get a fly at it. Miles did well there for Albion. Gets a quick kick. Ball comes outside the defensive 50 And the mark's taken by O'Keefe.
So O'Keefe, who's been good for the Cats, squares it up for Finko in the middle. Couldn't run and go. Bacchus shielded the exit point. He kicks up towards half forward. It's good ball movement. That kick was smothered though, and it's going to come back the other way for Caroline Springs. Lowering the eyes, Hickman on his chest takes the mark in front of Muir. Too far out to score. Gives the hand pass off. Next one, Mellington on a lead. Takes the mark. 20 metres out directly in front. Can go back and line up for number 7.
Forward stream, isn't it? 2 kicks like that. I think both by young Cocko there hit up Hickman, who then ran past for the handball, and that delivery to Mellington is probably the best of the day.
6 is his best for the season. This for 7. He guides it home. It's a season high for Josh Mellington, his 7th this afternoon. 7 goals, 4. He's played a big hand in a big win for Caroline Springs. The Lakers 17-11, 1-13. Albion 5-8, 38. We're close to time on in the final term.
Thank God. Thank God he has played today to put on a show for us, boys.
All right.
He's done everything, hasn't he? 7 goals, 4. 1 from kick from the swimming pool.
Kick to boundary.
The one in the first quarter. His first of the game was a beauty.
Kicked a dribbler from the swimming pool as well.
Yep.
Superb performance.
Yeah, back in the middle. Rucks go at it. Kuiper's there in the ruck now for Albion, but it's Tsari who stubbed his toe when he kicked it, but it's worked out well. Handball over the top now to Gabriel. Got some space. Kicks it. Nice ball there. Hits his teammate there, Bon Giovanni. Get it to Mellington. Mellington leads to the right forward, left forward. Oh, down low. Couldn't take the mark. The ball just fell at his feet. Now Muir got their handball out wide there. Waitman there paddling it towards the boundary line. Still the ball stays in play. Cats all over it, but it's going to be picked up by the Lakers. The ball's there with Ryan. Kicks into the pocket. And there he is again, Mellington, uncontested. Plays on quickly, swings around on the left boot.
Oh,
it's the base of the left goal post. So one behind there for Mellington. Margin 76 points. 17-12, 1-1-4 to 5-8, 38. We've played just over 20 minutes of this final quarter.
Lucas Andrew takes the mark at fullback for the Cats. Sends it to a 3-on-1. Finko was the target. It spills to Holland, gives it to Hislop. Dinky little kick up towards half forward. De Gabriel's going to get around one. He does. Put plenty on the hand pass. Back to Holland. Throws it onto the boot. Goes the spiral to full forward. At the back, Kokolaris is there. Well done though by Waitman. Was best place to take the mark, and he did so. But his kick for Polycarpu was poor. It bounced up for him all right. Kokolaris applied the pressure. A good kick to the wing. Searching and finding Cody Bench, who's not on the bench. Smackers.
No.
He goes short and finds Jake Day. He wants to square it up for Savage, who himself's been pretty productive for the Cats this afternoon. But they're down by 76. Up towards half forward, fell short of the intended target. Roved though by Seraphin, unwinds into the pocket. Here's an opportunity, but they got the numbers, the Lakers. Oh, pressure applied there. De Gabriel was caught, gave it to Bacchus just in the nick of time. And there's a free kick against Seraphin. It'll go to Jason De Gabriel at full-back. 22 minutes gone.
Look at the numbers out there again.
In the final term. Out wide. Here's the debutant, Kiriatsis. Goes short for Gill. They got numbers 4 to the play. If he can get the next kick, Hickman might be the target. He's going to receive the hand pass, or will he pick it up himself? He can give it to Bon Giovanni if he wants. He won't. He lays the shepherd Bon Giovanni, and then Hickman's kick missed the target. Bettina took the mark at fullback, gives it to Waitman, shrugs one tackle, gets past another, swept the hand pass backwards. Hickman's going to mop up, just throws it onto the boot. It's a high ball, mark that one. Mellington comes late, couldn't quite keep his feet. He might come up with it again. Polycarpu for the Cats, lays it backwards towards Savage. Under pressure, Kokolaris got him, and then he socked it off the ground on the last line, and Savage rushes the behind. It's 77 points. 17-13 to 5 goals 8. 23 gone in the final term.
Just got a final score, boys, from the Hoppers Crossing game. 9 goals, 5-59 defeated St Albans. 5 goals, 3-33.
Long ball down the middle for the Cats. Waruki Barber in there. gathered the footy, spun out of trouble and got through two, and then delivered beautifully for Bongiovanni. That's what he can do in the clinches. Waruki Barber in his first game kicks to Mellington, got another one. Wreaking havoc down forward for Caroline Springs. He's got 7-5 for the afternoon. A poster denied him a moment ago for number 8. This one shouldn't trouble him too much. Right of centre, 20 out.
What do you reckon, Willow? You're the goal-kicking guru.
Jeez. Yeah, kick it.
He'll kick that one, yeah. He's on the favoured left side. This goal umpire won't move.
On the goal-kicking critique.
Have a look at the stance on the goal umpire.
All right.
They don't usually like moving the goal umpires. Let's see how he goes this time. Josh Mellington, 25 metres out.
Oh, he's moved a lot. He's had to move.
That's way out to the left. Didn't like that one at all. 7-6. What might have been for Josh Mellington. But I think it probably made up for it with a few ridiculous goals that he kicked.
Oh, the
Cats go with the torp straight down the guts. Hislop came in front, took the mark. In fact, he dropped it at the last moment. It wasn't paid. He somehow emerges with the footy. Hand pass to Hollands, lays it off to the side. He's turned it over. Might have been some holding there against Rex Hickman. The umpire allowed it to go. Hand pass back. Hislop driven into the turf. Umpire waves play on. It's not escaping. It'll be a ball up just inside the edge of the centre square on the broadcast wing.
Well done by young Lucas Andrews.
Yeah, did well there.
Yep.
Yeah. 1 on 3. Forced the stoppage. So thrown up. Alice wins it. Now he's going to look for the handball. Got it away. A shocking kick out wide there.
Yeah, it's a tie kick.
The tie kick.
Hislop been good
was
across half back today.
So throw in right in front of the van here. 25 minutes has ticked over now, final quarter. 78 points to margin in favour of Caroline Springs. Thrown in, O'Brien won it down, got it to O'Keefe, quick kick to centre half forward. It's all Lakers there, so they link by hand. It's with Holland now. Kicks in the Gill direction, it's a good kick. And he marks in front of Polycarpu. Gill's in no rush. Telling everyone to slow it down. And he drives a long ball. Looking for Alice, takes a good mark. Let's see the kicking action. He's got O'Shea there, he uses him.
Left foot again.
Left footer again.
Yep.
And
out in the full.
out of bounds on the full. Kiriatis couldn't fool the umpire, so the free kick will go to Muir right half back.
One boundary umpire called it good, the other didn't see it that way.
So it's a centering ball, but that's no difference. There's the siren for full time here in our WRFL match of the day. It is a thumping 78-point win to Caroline Springs. They finished 17-14, 116 to Albion 5-8-38. Josh Millington with a day out, kicking 8 goals, 6. And he was helped up forward there by Bongiovanni with 2, along with Hickman 2, Manolis 2, Singles 2, Kiriatis in his debut game in the seniors, De Gabriel with 1, Gill with 1, and Brody Holland with 1. 4 Albion, 2 to Kim Taylor, tried hard all day, and Singles to Scott Polycarpu, Matt Seraphin, and Lucas Andrews. So in a WRFL match today, 78 points was the margin to Caroline Springs. We'll be back with the review of the game, our best on ground, and later in the afternoon, all the scores from around round 10 in the WRFL.
You're listening to the WRFL Match of the Day, thanks to Bridgestone Tyres, St Albans and Hoppers Crossing, proud sponsors of 88.9 Win FM. If you're only kicking points with your current home loan, find out how to kick goals with a Rams home loan. Arrange a chat with a local Rams home loan representative by clicking on the Rams logo on the WRFL website. Rams are proud sponsors of the WRFL and 88.9 Win FM. Are you interested in becoming a carpenter or bricklayer? Get trade qualified at the Trade Institute of Victoria. Enrol now in Certificate 3 courses in carpentry and bricklaying. You may be eligible for government funding. Check out tiv.vic.edu.au. TIV are proud sponsors of the WRFL and 88.9 Win FM.
Security Armed Solutions SAS for all your security needs. SAS are also seeking licensed personnel for security work on an ongoing basis. contact SAS at www.sassecurity.com.au or call them on 1300 YES SAS. SAS, proud sponsors of the WRFL and 88.9 Win FM. While you're listening to this WRFL Match of the Day broadcast, you can check out the scores at other games on WRFL Live on your smartphone. If you haven't got the WRFL Live app, it's easy. Go to the WRFL's website, click on Media, then the WRFL Live app, and follow the simple steps. WRFL Live, proud sponsors of 88.9 Win FM. Did you know that Routley's Bakery has been providing fresh pastries to the western suburbs of Melbourne and beyond since 1947?